Shido, no, not in front of the kids! What's up, guys? I'm Punzo, and here we are to do a breakdown / live reaction and review to chapter 253 of Blue Loco, which is known as Den of Demons. And yo, I'm still in I am Gagamaru. How could you, bro? Why did you let it go? Oh no. But that aside. All my biases aside, all my memes aside. Let the Shido Glazer come out. It was a fire goal. It was beautiful. It was an evolution of a previously shown concept and the awakening of two characters, one of which we've seen cook, and one we haven't seen cook. Well, we kind of saw them cook, but not really cooking the way they cooked last chapter. It was some good stuff. So you know this is going to be the reaction type chapter. I don't really expect too much to really be happening in this chapter outside the celebration. So let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Editing me. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here, which is also blue, funny enough. I don't know why. The fact that it was blue actually caught me off guard. But what's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to, it fell. Have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, so this is Peak Lock, aka peak every gosh darn week. You know we got a pre-draw right at the start. Because this chapter has to be worth, like, legitimately, I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be something, even if it's going to be a lot of Shido glazing, like, I presume. Probably going to get more elaboration on, like, why Gagamaru couldn't block the darn shot, how it outplayed 3 Metavision users, the whole idea of reflex, and I'm really excited to see that. Notably, I'm still, because a lot of y'all got on my case for saying it was similar or not similar to Isagi and Hiyori's goal, and I guess in the sense it's just a no-look pass. But once again, it's like the people who produced it. So I'll agree. Y'all did convince me, and the chapter itself literally says it. Isagi says it last chapter. That's where I had the contradiction from. I agree. In terms of the fact that it was a no-look shot, and the two did the thing, merged, and it is the same. It's like the exact same goal. But I guess I was just like focused on the two different types of people. Like, I don't know. I felt like there was zero logic between these two. They just happened to overlap. But I guess that's kind of the point of flow. X flow. Flow by reflex. So I'll put respect on it. But let's see. A rocket diving header. So explosive. Pause. We just started. Why are we opening with this? It was explosive? Pause. You know who we're talking about? This is Shido. Thank the Lord he wasn't mic'd up during U20. Everyone would have heard. But let's see. Charles Chevalier threaded a needle with that slaughter pass. And then the pink they don't even. This is not text. This is not like out of narrative text. In universe, they just call him the pink demon online. Like, I don't know. I don't think we've gotten backstory for Shido. I don't think he's actually been, like, we've gotten backstory from a bunch of characters, from, like, Nico to, I think, more of Yukimaya, Kunigami. We've gotten a bunch of backstory for a bunch of different characters. And I'm genuinely a little bit confuzzled. Why is that not mathematical now that I'm looking at it? What is transpired? What is not Gucci and or Geekin? What's going on here? I'm actually a little bit confuzzled. But in spite of that, we've gotten a bunch of backstory for different characters, but Shido just wasn't one of them, or at least it never felt like he was, at least one that we're gonna get an elaborate backstory on. And this means I just don't know how his parents would feel about their kid being called that. But, like, I can't imagine it's pleasant. Like, imagine you're watching your teenage son go crazy on the world stage, and the announcer on international TV is like, yes, the pink demon. Like, dog. Really? The pink demon, huh? That's wild. Ran after it without hesitation. Oh, and look, they're even, okay, but I like that, though. I like how they're misinterpreting it. Because, like, he wasn't running after nothing. They were both shots, but let's see. With Ryusei Shido's ultra, but is it real? I don't know. At least in my opinion, and you know, this may be the pseudo cheater. Cheater? What is it? Who is Shido? This is the pseudo Shido hater. I said it again. The pseudo Shido hater in me. But I love Shido. I don't know why. I wouldn't really call this an ultra goal. Like that. Like, other than, I guess in the sense that it was like reflex x reflex. I guess that was the ultra part about it. But like, This wasn't like the five, like when I think ultra goals, super goals, next level goals. I'm thinking lever. Where's my English today? I'm thinking of like Nagi's 5-stage volley. I'm thinking of the backflip foul Kaiser impact through the best defender in Japan's leg. I'm thinking next level stuff here. He headed the ball in the goal. Like, there's nothing, at least on a technical level, outside of the reflex thing, there's nothing actually that insane about the goal. It's why I was low-key disappointed that Gagamaru couldn't block it. I was like, dude, really? He didn't do anything Vince, but at the same time, it was the fact that it was so quick, unpredictable, out of left field. Like, it didn't even seem like it was going to happen. So I can still give full credit. Like, don't take this as Gagamaru slander. It's necessary. That's the unfortunate thing about being a Gagamaru fan. You know he's going to concede goals. Like, he has to, or else the narrative can't function. And that's going to be a thing continuing. Like, unlike, well, you know, it's going to happen for Isagi and other characters too. But unlike a lot of other characters where they can, like, fail, and it's going to be like, oh, well, you know, it'd be like that when it'd be like that sometimes. And it won't necessarily have too major of an impact because things can happen afterwards that could stop it. If Gagamaru fails, this happens. And of course, that'll be less. The thing is, the reason Gagamaru is under such heavy stress, at least in my opinion, is because it's a 3-goal. That's 2 fingers. Because it's a 3-goal format. He concedes 2 more and they've lost. Like, that's the big thing. And I don't know. It's been like 5 or 6 chapters, but it still feels like we're super early in the game. Especially for how much has to happen in it. So for Gagamaru to concede one so lightning fast, it's like, whoa. But then again, I think he conceded relatively quick in Ubers and Manshine. I think maybe even Barcha. So, like, it isn't too crazy. But no, he wasn't playing during Barcha, I don't think. I don't think Gagamaru was goalie during Barcha. Then again, I haven't reread Barcha in a minute now. But yeah, interesting ultra goal. But I will admit, I love these 2 maniacs of all people linking up. Like, there's not a single thought in either of their heads. They are absolutely lost in the sauce. What happened? Something has transpired. What has caused my brain to do a little dancey dance? I have no idea. But would that being the case? Let's see. Let's take a look. He look at Karasu. He's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Getting in. Even so, Tetsu's like, woo! He's also lighting up a little bit. I wish and I know it would be a lot, but I really wish we got to see some of the kids' families. Maybe, I don't think this is meant to be Shido's family. None of them are blonde. I think Shido's naturally blonde and his tips are dyed. But with that being the case, as much as I like these one-off designs for these characters, I think this would have been a fantastic way to incorporate some of the family. At least some of them do have designs. Like, well, not even some of them. A decent chunk of the families do actually have, like, proper canon designs. So it would be cool to see them. Because you know they're watching, right? Like, we know. Especially this game. Maybe you can argue they weren't watching the earlier games because they weren't necessarily that important. Like, this is the final game of the Neo Egotist League. Massive event being streamed worldwide. Like, you're going to want to watch your kid during that. So I do wish that got used occasionally, but, you know, I get it. It would be a hassle, and you'd probably, like, start cycling through the same characters, especially following BM in particular. But let's see. Let's take a look in a book. Reading Rainbow. Gosh darn it. Hey, you! Charboy! That was awesome, you fang pipsqueak. You stole my line, They're both demons! You know, they say 2 negatives make a positive, but I think we're just making more negatives. We aren't multiplying, we're adding. What is happening? You're both freaks! Both of you! You creatures! You pink blank! You're awesome! You really hustled after my contrarian there. There's not a single brain cell between the both of them. Like, and this is coming from a guy with no brain cells himself. I can tell. I can see it. There's not a single brain cell in either of those things' heads. And I call them things, because gosh darn, they don't feel like people. Why in the world? Who cares about that? Russell. First, he speaks in emojis. Next, he speaks in onomatopoeia. He's saying what he's doing. What in the world? Like, I'm not gonna. He kind of feels like a fanfic character. Honestly, like, I love Blue Lock. I think Blue Lock has fantastic character writing. I think Blue Lock has fantastic arcs, arc conclusions, all this stuff like that. But, like, if someone were to ever come up to me and ask me to explain the, like, I get the narrative relevance. There's even like a whole like story arc behind him and stuff like that. He doesn't have much development of himself, but like what he does for the characters through the U20 arc is fantastic. And like even pre that, like third selection, stuff like that. What he does for Kunigami entirely, like that's a massive thing. But like, you can't really pull up a safe Shido panel. He's always doing something freaky. And if it's not freaky, he's speaking in emoticons. If he's not speaking in emoticons, he's speaking onomatopoeias. If he's not speaking in onomatopoeias, he's just doing something. Like, Shido, I can't defend him. I cannot defend, bro. Russell. Hey, knock it off. I just ran to obey my own pleasure. I don't know who, Gojo, I forget who, I don't think it's Ben Diskin. Honestly, Shido being voiced by Bon would make so much sense. I just ran to obey my own pleasure. I can't do Ben Diskin's Bon either. I think it's Ben Diskin. I hope it's Ben Diskin. I'm bad. I'm very bad with voice actors' names. Just names in general, I'll be honest. But that's neat, though. Once again, they're fully acknowledging, we did not sync up. That was not a thing that transpired. But that is a neat loophole, though. That is a very neat loophole. Because one of Shido's biggest issues is, look at these two freaks. I'm not even reading the text. They just look like monsters. But like, one of Shido's biggest issues was the fact that he couldn't cleanly link up with anybody. Like that was a thing. That was a long held and established part of Shido's character. The only people who could link up with him were people who could force him to do things. Like Sei ended up forcing him to do things. Of course, Shido went along with it, but like still, Sei was essentially put him on a leash. Charles isn't necessarily putting him on a leash. They're just both nuts. They're both just genuinely insane. So insanity worked out. I think this is the first time that somebody's received one of my... Why are you calling him that? Like, what's... Anyone's received one of my passes. Pencil Man's gonna have a nightmare with this shit. Nomura, Kaneshiro Sensei, you set my blood pressure through the roof every single time I react to one of these things. In the final match, the demon combo explodes to life. We are. That's it. I can't stand for this anymore. I can't. Stay hydrated, folks. I can't. What is this? What am I witnessing? What am I bearing witness to? This is not the one. These are not the two who left it all behind. And this is their overwhelming intensity. I'll give them that. What in the world? And Loki's just like, he's shuddering. He's like, whoa. I really raised two freaks. But let's see. He was a prodigy class. Wait, what voice do I give Loki? Do I just give him my voice? He's way younger than me, though. I think I'll give him, like, my voice with a slightly higher pitch. He has a prodigy class passing sense, and an uncooperative contrarian personality. In order to awaken Charles's unbalanced abilities, I tried all sorts of things in the matches up until now. But he finally produced a chemical reaction here. He needed this high-level setting. This Neo-Icatus League just got interesting. Wow! That is so much slander all the other... That is crazy. Loki essentially said, I've low-key just been painting by numbers, experimenting, throwing darts at a wall, and seeing hopefully something sticks. Every game beforehand, which we swept the competition, was not that serious. It just got interesting. This is the final match. The Neo-Icatus League is over in, like, probably in universe about 40 minutes. Being generous to how long this match is actually going to go. It's only 3 goals. That's the thing. Really, it's only 5 goals total, because, you know, one team is going to get to 2. PXG's going to get to 2. Rin's going to score. But, like, I don't know, dog. That's I'm not going to say low-key mad disrespectful. That's just genuinely mad disrespectful. Like, imagine you're Chris, but, you know, they can't hear it. So I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. But that's still crazy. And I was sure Loki doesn't actually mean it maliciously. Like, he was one of the few from the World 5 team that, like, he was disrespectful, but disrespectful mostly accidentally. So how you even notice that? Like, while Dada and, I forget the guy's name, I think Blake and the others, they were all, like, intentionally rude because they didn't see the kids as a threat. Loki was accidentally rude because he's still around their age. Remember, Loki's just 17. Like, he's younger. He's the same age as Isagi. And he's younger than characters like Baro and characters, I think he's younger than Kaiser, too. Like, there are numerous Blue Lock characters he's actually genuinely younger than. So, seeing seeing him get this disrespectful accidentally makes sense. So I do like the characterization. An encounter with a new striker can English. An encounter with a new striker can propel a passer to greater heights. Once Charles matures, the day I surpass you won't be far off. That's good. I do like that he wants that smoke though. I do, but you know what? I think it really depends. It really depends. How long is Blue Lock going to run? How long do you think? Do you think it's ending with U20 World Cup? Or do you think that's the final arc? I want to say no, but like, are we really gonna go multiple characters have to age up, or like they? I just noticed Shido, you freak of nature. I get Charles is tiny dog, but what? One arm? And he's not even like support. No, he's like one arm, like he's scooped him. Golly, that boy is strong. Soccer player, but got arms stronger than most men. Golly. But I do like how Loki is going to surpass Noah. But the thing I was wondering about is like, how are we going to get the whole narrative of Isagi surpassing Noah, actually becoming the world's #1 striker? That's his end goal, right? How are we going to see that without a time skip? Like, maybe there's a time skip after the U20 World arc, and we like maybe go to like a little mini club arc, and then maybe we cut to like final U20. Because I feel like we need to see Isagi and Noel face off. Because, like, if he just beats Noel, becomes the #1 striker after him, I kind of like, I mean, it's technically good, but it's not the kind of catharsis I feel like we're building to. But I still don't know how long it's going to last. So I'm afraid maybe Loki will end up becoming the #1 striker in the world, and then he's the new goal, and then he's going to participate in the U20, and then that'll be the final match. But I don't know. I'm interested in Blue Lock's longevity. Not in the sense that I think it'll ever get boring. Like, once again, we've been here for 253 chapters. It's literally peak every week. I don't think Blue Lock's getting boring anytime soon. But like on a writing front for Kaneshiro Sensei and on a artistic front for Yusuke Nomura, like, is this gonna be like a 500 something chapter manga? Are we only halfway through? 600? 700? You won't hear me complain. I will be here reviewing it. 10 years down the line, if it's still going, I will keep reviewing Blue Lock. But I don't know. It's very interesting. I know Aoshi is still going on. At least I saw a new chapter for it recently. Let me see. Won't be far off. Hey, wasn't that a foul earlier? Retract that goal. Yeah, technically what Rin did was a foul, but but since Rin didn't score, I don't think it matters. He pulled Isagi's uniform, didn't he? Right. Why am I giving Raichi that voice? It's that or Frieza. And I'm not giving him Frieza. No, I don't think it's a foul. Actually, I pulled him first. Since Rin had the ball, he used that to his advantage. Really? Huh. Alright. Because I saw a lot of people in the comments also saying that was supposed to be a foul. So I guess there you go. So dark. So the refs just suck this. So then a foul should have been called regardless, even if not for that. For this, though, this was infinitely more disrespectful. But still, after reviewing the playback footage, the goal remains valid. Oh yeah, it's like they specifically answered Raichi. Hey, what the heck? Are you blind? I gotta give him a better voice than that. Hey, what the heck? Are you blind? There we go. More Bakugo, not whatever that other voice was. Knock it off! You're gonna get a yellow card. Yeah, yelling at the ref. More importantly, I need to analyze that goal's formula. There was no real that's the thing though. How replicable is that? I guess it's just Charles needs to consistently while out and Shido needs to consistently while out. Like that's the thing. There's no formula. Because it was reflex x reflex. It was a chemical reaction. And like sure, you want to be able to reproduce chemical reactions to certain degrees, but like this would have to be one of the vaguest goal formulas ever. Like Shido just went for it, and Charles just went for it, and their went for it happened to overlap. So I guess you just got to do that. But let's see. First off, there's no denying that Rin, Hiyori, and I were playing as perfectly as we could, but since we still couldn't stop the insane coordination between Shido and Charles. Now that's right. Chill out, bro. Chill out. It's not that deep. It means that the 100% individual skills we practice won't be enough to score goals. Chigiri would like to have a war with you. No, I'm kidding. Chigiri's not here right now. Chigiri! Oh, I want Chigiri. I genuinely hope Chigiri gets some more focus in the actual U20 Cup. Because I'm not going to say he's been done dirty, but like, has been done good. Like it feels like he's low-key been sidelined for a while now. And I love Chigiri, so like that's the main thing. He gets his cool moment in Manshine, and then he kind of just disappears. He like atomizes into the air. But let's see. The sort of plays that have scored 1 or 2 points in earlier matches won't cut it in this final match where everyone's playing at such a high level. Actually, we were already being cautious about Charles, but I guess that tiny monster is still developing. Why is everyone so sad? I mean, it's Blue Lock, but darn, everyone's so savage to each other. Demons, monsters, creatures, beasts, like, come on now. That play just now seemed to be mocking the visualization of everyone on the field. Yeah, because once again, that's the thing about their goal formula. They whiffed it. Like, well, I guess Charles is a Metavision user. So he probably went opposite to the field vision that he saw, right? So, because we know he's competent enough. As he literally said to Isagi not 2 chapters ago, hey, you're like me for real. But I'm better, though. So, like, he did that. And then Shido naturally plays in opposition to the field. He doesn't have Metavision. I don't even think he has Predator Eye. He didn't pop Predator Eye last chapter when he scored. And I don't think he's scoring again. I'm still standing by it. If Shido gets 2 goals, we lost. Unless Ring gets no goals. But if Ring gets no goals, I think that seems crazy. But I genuinely think that was just them wilding. There was no thoughts, head empty, straight legit. But let's see. Seemed to be mocking the visualization of everyone in the field. That contrarian pass to the unthinkable. And then Shido intersected it with his pursuit of pleasure. They really called it a pursuit of pleasure, bro. Look at these freaks! They're creatures, bro. They're creatures. I can't even call them humans anymore. They're creatures. They're animals. And they need to be slaughtered like animals. Anakin, where are you? You need to save us. Anakin, please. Anakin, save us. They got your mother, Anakin. Let's see. But looking at their reaction, that sort of coordination wasn't planned or practiced. See, that's the thing! But you know what? I guess once again, that's the same thing with Isagi and Hiyori's goal. It wasn't practiced. They wild out. Let's see. It was an overlap of their respective peak performances. Just like what Hiyori and I did last match. Their selfishness collided, thanks to their shared visualization of the ultimate play. Basically, this last match is a roll credits. Is a den of demons in which scoring goals requires that level of chemical reaction. This game is so nuts. I guess you just got wild out. But like, I suppose the thing is though, then what's the point of Metavision? I guess so you can pick. I guess it depends on player to player, right? Like I guess Metavision so you can perform at peak. But like if you can't think, essentially that's what Shido and Charles may have been thinking somewhat, but as he admits, he did not see Shido. He put the pass there, assuming something. Like, notably, it doesn't even seem like he was looking for a striker. He saw Rin was locked down. He saw, I don't know, it didn't seem like he was paying attention to anybody. He just sent it. And Shido just went for it. But that's like in direct opposition to anything that Metavision offers. Which is the main thing he's been working for this arc. So I'm not exactly sure he's gonna like reinforce Metavision into this. But I guess if we're going off the principle of it's what they did last match, I guess it's just hoping for the best. Like actual analytical play plus genuine wiling out. Okay, guess I'm gonna let it work. That's the standard. Then we're accurate, Hiyori, accurate. Huh? Hiyori? We've got to change our thinking. So, let's go over this. Want to help me, Isagi-kun? Yeah. I want to figure out what exactly peak performance is. Oh, okay. So, to review, what's most important is hunger. What do you want to do right now is the key to originality. I don't know why I'm giving Hiyori such a deep voice, but yeah, it's accurate, it's accurate. Next, that becomes a hint as to your own suitable goal, and implementing the process. Implementing that produces the flow state. Yep, that state of balance between extreme challenge and boredom. Finally, when you break through your own imagined ultimate challenge, you arrive at peak performance. Yeah, when you're pushed genuinely to your limits. Yeah, I agree. Hiyori spitting. It's an interesting spread. Very, very, very simple. Shockingly simple. Let's see. Thanks for putting that all together, Hiyori. But that goal just now wasn't the result of one player's peak performance. Right, you need to coordinate with someone else's peak performance. In that case, we recreate it. Noah? What you standing up on the bench for, bro? You better hop in? You better get active? No, you better get active? This early? No, you better get active. Recreate it. Noah. The two of you should be able to make an ultimate attack that surpasses the one from last game, right? Oh, look at Noah. He's being like, come on now. Well, now, if that's really just like you, for real, just do it again. Huh? Just do it again. I'll put him on the field for you, Isagi. We sacked Corona. I guess 0 Corona hours. But we sacked Corona. Go ahead. We got hero on the field for you. Cook. I like that, though. No one's like, do it then. Do it then. If you really about it, be about it. Stand on business then. Okay. Yes, sir. He already takes it with a smile. He's like, no, I ain't sure we can do all that. However, now that those two things are harmonizing, if we don't put a stop to them and their imagination, we'll end up awakening further and become unstoppable. So I'm making a position change. You'll cover that pink head. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm feeding for it. I'm feeding for it. Oh, I feel it. I feel y'all see my vein now. I'm feeding for it right now. That's what I'm talking about. Finally, look at this. I can already smell the thumbnail. It's gonna be big. My toes, they're curling. They're curling right now. They're curling backwards. They're going on the top of my feet, not the bottom. Guys, darn it. Look at Kunigami. He's like, wait a minute. Coach, I got PTSD, coach. Don't do this to me, coach. Coach, I got PTSD. You can't make me. That's what I'm talking about, though. Okay. Look at Shido. He even know he's like, oh, you want that man to run smoke with me? With me? Oh, we can run smoke. Oh, you want to smoke, big man? Go ahead, boss, man. Go ahead, boss. We can run smoke right now if you really want me to. Look at him. Yes. Kunigami is time to cook. Renosuke, Rensuke Kunigami. Steal away Ryusei Shido's freedom. Yes! This is why it's going to be the best game in the series, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, I hate to tell you. This is going to be peak. I can smell it. I can smell the peak. I can smell it. Oh, look at the eyes. He's already blazing. Bro, starting to sweat a little bit. He's getting the flashbacks to when his own freedom was stolen. He's so peak. He's going to fumble at first, though. He's definitely going to fumble at first, though. But I don't think Shido's scoring again, so maybe he won't. Maybe he's just going to genuinely put Shido on lockdown. I'm excited. My toes are curling. But let's see. I'm counting on you, Cyborg. Now, time for our counterattack. Shut up, idiot. Let's do this. And that's the end. I feel like but I knew it. I knew not too much was going to happen in this shot, but that's still a big thing. No swap outs, though. Just a position change. Interesting, though. I was really hoping we were going to get, like, Yuki Maya subbing in or something like that. Maybe to take on Zantetsu and his speed. Maybe Corona to come in and do that. I just really want my Shark Boy back on the field. I'll be completely honest with you boys. Grim do it. But, like, okay. W chapter. Once again, not too much happened. Like, I thought it was just going to be, like, a quick rundown and breakdown in celebration of Shido's goal. But, as I thought, peak every week. Once again, nothing too crazy or too unexpected happens this chapter. But I think the execution of what was done is really, really good. To recap real quick, the celebration of Shido and Charles and their full reconciliation of, like, this is nothing. We planned nothing, but our toes are curled up right now. This is fantastic. A character that we know relatively well at this point, being a freak, fantastic. Charles, a character we don't know all too well at this point, being a freak, also fantastic. I'll admit. As much as I'll get on their case, I do like it. Loki fully admitting his motivations and knocking down on all the other teams. And, now we're finally waking up. We're finally starting to wet the wrist under the kitchen a little bit. I see you. And I like that. I like the confidence. I like how he fully admits he's come for that top spot. He said it straight to the number one's face. And I love how the number one ends up retaliating to that. He's like, hey, yo, bro. Get that wrist whipping right now, bro. Don't talk to me like that. I like how he's immediately about it. And I like how he doesn't even sugarcoat it. He's like, Kunigami, lock that man down. And I like how Kunigami both has that moment of shock and hesitation, but immediately locks in. And also, once again, I'm glad these two are genuinely playing off each other. Admittedly, it feels like Yuki Maya and Isagi's dynamic gets immediately watered down after Manshine. Like, it feels like we wrapped up that arc and then kind of Shiro Sensei was like, okay, whatever, we're not doing anything with it anymore. Like, they have one, maybe 2 moments of interaction. during Ubers, and that's where Yukimaya messes up on a pass. And like then we never see Yukimaya again in that game. Like he doesn't exist after Manshine, which is unfortunate. And the kind of same thing happened to Kunigami, admittedly, after. Well, actually, he has his moment in Manshine too when he takes the goal from Isagi, but that's about it. So I'm glad that Hiyori and Isagi are generally being used to play off each other, and now they're full proper sync characters. I'm interested to see how this dynamic evolves once again once we get to the full team scope of everybody. You know how crazy this is going to get. We're going to have Rin, we're going to have Reo, we're going to have Nico. I was about to say maybe those two. We're going to have Aiku, all 6 of them coordinating live on the pitch after a goal. It's going to be so exciting. I'm super duper hyped for next chapter. 254. However, this is what I think. This is what you guys think in the comment section down below. As a thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. And so to become a member of the channel for as low as $3 to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks include live reactions to every other chapter. Well, yeah, to every other series that I review. However, if I managed to bamboozle you and made something I'll click off. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave the fallen angel. Not fallen hero. I've used fallen hero before. Leave the fallen angel in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members, O'Connor Plays, Greyhound, Akids Void, Astro, and Red Wolf 4765. I'd like to give another thank you to our $5 patrons, Victor, Steron, Sean, RNG Master, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Jermaine, Igneal, EHAC1. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $7 members, Autumn, Mornings Lazo, Jan, Toma. And I'd like to give another gargantuan thank you to our $10 member, Jay Warrior. And I'd like to give another thank you to our two $10 patrons, Joaquin and Item Okami. And I'd like to give a hefty thank you to our $25 member, Alex Ice Rose. And I'd like to give another gargantuan thank you to our $25 patron, Winter. Another hefty thank you to our $25 patron, ChinaDoll09. And a final gargantuan thank you to our $25 patron, Calvin Elder.